Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your mid-month readings. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. And if you would like a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. I'm still offering the 2 special discount readings for the month of December, and I also have new services available. So if you would like to know more info about that, just email me and I will gladly provide all the info. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do so by following the PayPal link, which is also down below, and as well my Instagram and Facebook page. So Sagittarius, I feel like some of you are retreating. It's like taking a step back from where you were kind of evolving, or it's like pushing through. There's some relapse in terms of fear or in terms of lack mentality. I feel like some of you don't feel satisfied with conditions that you are living with, or with whatever is missing from your life. It's holding more power than whatever you have. So you can have plenty surrounding you and plenty of things that are things that you know you should be grateful for, you know you should be happy about, but still you don't feel it. It's that I feel like I think that you had this card, this 5 of Pentacles, in your previous December tarot insight. So you may want to check that reading as well, especially if you resonate with what I'm saying, which is this lack of something, this unfulfillment, this what I call from this 5 of Pentacles, this it's like your soul is starving, and what it's starving from is faith, is connection, is God, is source. So some of you, though, with this 5 of Pentacles as falling in the position of your opportunity for this mid-month, have a great chance to acknowledge finally maybe what it is that you're truly missing on, what it is that is really missing out in your life. Is it an external factor? Is it something from inside? Is it something that you need to give yourself and not expect the world to give you? Or is it something that you are afraid to go get for yourself because you feel on the outside, or you feel like incapable of it? I feel like, as I said, some of you are taking a step back from something you were evolving at. So maybe it's a temporary relapse. I do feel like some of you are being tested during this mid-month and the whole month in general. There's like a final test for some Sagittarius. There are lessons to be learned, and the advice here is for you to use your higher self, for you to use your expansive thinking, for you to use your broad vision to understand what's happening, or the bigger picture of what's happening, so you don't get caught up in this too much, or in this, which is the challenge, the 4 of Pentacles. So for some of you, this could be about the frustration of, of lack of resources or abundance, or not feeling that your finances and your work are providing you enough abundance, and not really knowing how to maybe better your circumstances right now. Because I also feel like some of you, even though this may be true, there may be some type of financial worry or lack. Some of you are putting so much focus on the lack that maybe you're not seeing how you could reorganize or restructure or find some aid outside to help you out build up that place of security that you would like to have in your life. Especially for Sagittarius, again, dealing with money worries, or with job losses, or with losses in general of their especially of the material nature. So things that they used to have, they used to possess, they used to feel comfortable with, and suddenly they don't have anymore, or they don't find it anymore. There's things that maybe some of you used to have that you're not finding anymore because you're not supposed to, because you are growing and evolving into a new stage, into a new version of thinking, into a new version of being. So you are becoming someone else. So of course what used to be so easy to get, no longer it is. or no longer it satisfies you or it provides pleasure as it used to, because you are different now. Certainly with the Saturn transit in the last 2.5 years in your sign brought you this awareness. You're not the same, and you're not going to be the same. So some of you need to stop looking back to who you used to be, what you used to have, how happy you were in the past. It's okay to look back and see that, but not to hold on to it as the only known reality that it's worth living. Because this Four of Pentacles in the obstacle, in the challenge, there's a clinginess from some Sagittarius to the old ways. And so this clinginess is actually making you lose more, is actually making you be more afraid or fearful of the loss that maybe didn't even happen, or maybe that will not happen. But you are projecting so much possessiveness or clinginess over what you have that maybe you're not seeing the other side of it. Maybe what you have, or where you're trying to control so much to remain with you, it's something that it doesn't belong with you anymore. Not with this new version that you are becoming, or with this new belief system that's kind of growing on you. I feel like some of you are growing a lot, or you have been growing a lot in terms of your beliefs, your ideology, how you look to the world, how you look to people. There's a quality of maturity in learning that's very beautiful to see here, actually. So you can actually teach yourself through the lens you have been using lately to observe the world, and whatever insights, whatever thoughts and realizations you had, you can put it to use for your own self. Because what I feel is like some of you can be great being the Hierophant with others, which usually Sagittarius are, in pointing the way to others or seeing what others cannot see, because Sagittarius is about vision. It's about the potential ahead. This is in a certain way the direction towards the future, and it's aiming to our goals. It's not settling, not conveying, it's the non-obedience to what is not functional, to what is traditional, to what is old and outdated. It's the non-ordinary element of life. So why are you, or some of you, of course, settling for the ordinary life? This is a big question some of you are going through, a big thing that's happening to you. Why are you settling with the ordinary life? What are you afraid of? I feel like some of you need to, as I said, use the great teachings and the great insight you have to yourself. It's like you need to be your own teacher. You need to be your own compass, guidance, because I also feel like some of you, it's the only way that it's going to work is through your own self. It's like you can ask, and with the Hierophant here, you can ask for advice, you can ask for help, and maybe you will during this period. But still, I feel like some of you, or the majority of you, still need to actualize this yourselves. Because if you don't, you will not be able to reach the real change that insight, that advice, that lesson carries. So I feel like it's a little bit of a tricky, you're walking with caution during this mid-month. Some of you, you're afraid to do something wrong, you're afraid to change, you're afraid to do something too early, you're afraid to lose money, you're afraid to lose relationships, you're afraid to lose jobs, status, that old image, that old identification, you're so afraid of it, some of you. And I feel like now there's like this test happening for some of you, that last test, that last push to this birth of new consciousness, new ideology, as I said. So it's a time where maybe, yes, that retreat, maybe for some of you, it can be of good use to, as I said, meditate, study, analyze, don't make decisions, just observe and contemplate yourself and whatever the situations and circumstances you are in. And then maybe in January you can address the situation with a more proactive manner and a decision making one. I feel like this month is more about, or this mid-month is more about reaching something. Okay, something that goes from the little, the little miser mentality, and the lack mentality, the poverty mentality, and the settling mentality, the less than, and the ordinary one, the ordinary side of life. It's a point from that to this, which is enlightenment. Hierophant, the priest, the messenger of God, the messenger of the universe. It's understanding the reasons behind this. So yes, some of you were facing difficulties. Some of you are still facing difficulties. Yes, it's true. But this is also true. And once you join those both elements, the ordinary with the extraordinary, you find solutions and you find yourself. So basically, I feel like Saggies, most of you are finding yourselves during this period. And what this last year, that last 2-year cycle was really about, what it really turned you into, what you're really making out of it. Are you a victim with the 5 of Pentacles, or are you taking benefit from the rewards that Saturn does want to give you? Are you better? Are you wiser? Are you more mature? Do you have more of a conscious, dignifying outlook to you and others? Are you more responsible? Do you treat others better? Do you allow others to treat you the same way that a couple of years ago before you did? Do you allow the same treatment? Do you allow disrespect? Do you take things for granted? Do you take things so easily as before? So lightly? So maybe recklessly? I feel like some of you went through this stage of maturation that, yes, maybe was harsh, but it's like a maturation for you to use that magnificent Sagittarian attribute in a more wise and conscious way. So you don't burn out yourself and the lives you touch with that, flamboyant or more reckless behavior of go, 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 and don't think about consequences, or don't think about what you left behind. Some of you stopped, or your world kind of stopped in the position of, materialism, even excessive materialism, stagnation, hard work, insecurities, fear, because you were using your power in a reckless manner, and you were tested, and you're still being tested about it. So now it's like, after all of this, do you still remember who you were? Do you still remember who you were before Saturn came in and took some things away from you, or it pushed you into limitations that you didn't know you could find? What are you doing now from it? Becoming a victim, or becoming, as I said, the benefactor? So, Saggies, I hope you have a great mid-month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, donating, commenting to my channel. I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And hopefully we'll see each other soon.